Hey, what's going on, guys? Mellowlink here, back with another video. Basically, with the closed network test right around the corner, about a month from here, I thought it would be a good idea to, or at least a fun idea, to sort of give you guys my opinion on who I think will be coming soon, and will be in the finished product of the game. I think there's a number of characters that we can all agree are definitely going to be in the game one way or another. And these are the characters that I believe will be on the starting roster, along with the other 17 that have already been revealed. I'm going to list them in the order that I believe the likelihood of them being in the game is. So basically, to get straight into it, the number one character, or the first character that I believe has the absolute highest chance, almost guaranteed to be in this game, is of course Yoshimitsu. Yoshimitsu has been a long time mainstay of the Tekken series. Now, this man, alien, or otherworldly being has been in this since the beginning of time. Obviously, with the amount of effort going into making sure that each character has their own brand of unique creativity and personality, Yoshimitsu is an absolute must for that. He has always had a different design in every game that he's been in, and fans alike are always eager to see what they come up with next in terms of, let's just say, individuality. Next on the list, I'm going to start naming numbers now, just to give you guys an idea of how much I think they will be in the game. So it's in a rating out of 10. Yoshimitsu is 9.9. I think this is a 9. I think it's Steve Fox. He's almost guaranteed as well to be in the game. He's very popular among fans. He was played amongst a high level, very well received. Again, in terms of the individuality, obviously a boxer. You know, that's something so specific that mainly all fighting games try to include as a prototype, and it's just super fun to play a boxer. He's obviously rich with his moveset. It's very well developed and fleshed out, and 100% fans are eager to see exactly what this man looks like in Tekken 8. Coming in with an 8.5 rating next on the list is Feng Wei. I believe he will be in based on the fact that, like Steve, he is played amongst a lot of top players. And on top of that as well, even online, the offline scene, he actually has a lot of representation as well. So he's played quite often, not only by top players, but amongst the middle and low level of play. He's also been involved in the Tekken story before. I believe he's fleshed out with a lot of other characters and intertwined. And also, very easy one, his martial arts style has not been represented as of yet. So I believe he'll be in as well. Okay, next up on the list is Eddie Gordo with a rating of 8. So I believe 8 out of 10 that this man will be in. The reason I have him a bit lower is because he obviously has a quite lot lower amount of representation. But I do believe he's an absolute classic to the series. Anybody who knows Tekken knows Eddie. Tekken 3 was obviously his absolute prime, and where he shined a lot. Basically my main in Tekken 3, as much as I can say main, because I was about 4 years old when that game came out, but did crank that away quite a lot as a kid. I also believe the representation of ethnicity in this game is quite high. They try to represent people and characters alike from different parts of the world. Being Brazilian, I believe, having capoeira fighting style, it's such a unique fighting style and can't really be replicated, and does not look anything like any other fighting style. So I believe for sure he'll be in, and that's why I put him on the list. Next up on the list with a rating of 8 as well is Lee. Now, Lee Chaolan obviously is very integral to the story. It's almost a guarantee that he's going to be in the game. He's also very, very popular. His special blend of martial arts has sort of amalgamated into a very creative fighting style, and basically the epitome of elegance, as he likes to call it. So I think no matter what, Lee will remain in, if you don't want to count for canon reasons, just for his popularity as well. Okay, so the next two I'm going to list as a pair here, coming in at number 22 and 23 on the roster, will be Lydia and Fakumram. Now, I believe these two will both be in it because obviously they're fresh new characters that are actually original to the series. They spent a lot of time, crafting out their fighting styles and, sort of pushing their individuality quite a lot. As you can see by looking at them, they are quite distinct and fresh and unique. It's something we haven't had in the game before, and I believe there's no way they would create these models and characters right at the end of the Tekken 7 lifespan and then them not really appear again, because that would be pretty much a waste. So I believe they will definitely reuse them. I'm really interested to see how they balance Fakuram in that, because obviously he's copped a lot of flack for his basically being OP. So we'll have to see what they do to sort of amend that. But they'll have to reinvent his whole wheel to do that. But I still want him to be quite strong. I don't want them to take away that sort of threatening, like overpowering pressure perspective we get from him, because he's such like a huge ogre, massive mountain of a man. But these two I think will definitely make it. They'll be on the roster for sure. So next up we've got Alisa. I believe that Alisa will be in it purely for story reasons. I know that all of you who played Tekken 7 know that she was in the story quite a lot. She was one of the main characters. She was standing up there on that building top with Lee and Jin Kazama at the end of Tekken 7, the ending. So I believe with that being a continuation, it's almost a guarantee she will be in it. I mean, her fighting style is quite unique. I don't even know what to call it. Chainsaw robot? I'm not too sure, but I mean, yeah, like I believe more so. I'm leaning more towards her being in it for lore reasons. I mean, she's somewhat popular as well, but I believe the ties to this one will definitely be story related, and I do believe she'll be in the starting roster. Alright, so next up, character number 25 is Dragunov. Now, obviously, you guys know I love this bloke. He's my main. I want him to be in the game no matter what, but he was a lot higher on the list. He was almost a guarantee because he is represented quite, well, he was represented quite a lot at high level, not so much anymore. He was quite popular. I personally love his fighting style, and that's why I've mained him. But with the recent tweets from Bandai Namco about banning Russian Tekken World Tour players, nobody is allowed to participate if you're from Russia in the Tekken World Tour, if you haven't heard it already. Releasing a Russian military leader, I really hope the real world events don't really affect him coming into it. I would love to see him, and if it wasn't for this, it'd be a definite. But I do believe he will make it. I really hope that the real world events don't affect his representation in the game. But we'll have to wait and see on that one. Okay, coming in with character number 26, Julia Chang. Now, Julia, I believe, has gotten a massive resurgence of popularity in Tekken 7. I believe prior to that she wasn't that popular, but I don't know if it's her redesign or just like, the entire popularity of Tekken 7 in general that sort of brought out a lot of new Julia players, but she's even obviously represented at high level as well, so basically ticks all the boxes there. So yeah, pretty short and sweet and simple there. I believe she'll be in it for all those reasons, but she wasn't higher because she's not that sort of like a well-known household name for Tekken. So I do believe she'll make it, but one of the lower or latest reveals. Next up, character number 27 is Kunimitsu, the Kunoichi herself. Basically, again, lots of representation in tournaments and online play as well. A lot of cheapies online. Very popular, great fighting style that hasn't been shown. The only thing that I think brings it down at the bottom of the list is that she is associated with Yoshimitsu, and although they have different fighting styles, they do both use a weapon and sort of a clan of ninjas, or similarity in clashing worlds is how I like to put it. Everybody else has their own distinct personality and fighting style. I believe these are a little similar. They are different, but they are a little similar. So I don't know if she'll be on the starting roster, but I am leaning more towards yes. So as you can probably tell, I believe that the roster will have around 28 characters at launch. So for the last spot, I believe these two fellas are interchangeable, and that's Bob, or Robert Richards, and Miguel. So the reason I think one of them will make it, at least, is because they have become mainstays from Tekken 5 onwards. So basically these two are probably one of the most popular newcomers in the series, and they've been in every series since. On one hand, we have this morbidly obese guy that's quicker than lightning. He's fun to play. Not too much representation, but also we already have an American character. Not to say there's not going to be multiple, but we do already have that. But again, he has been in a few in the past, and his fighting style is definitely unique. He's super fun to play as well. So I believe he could make it. Or Miguel. The reason why, again, Miguel is a bit more unique. He's got that Street Fighter, no form sort of fighting style, and that's what drew me to play him as well. Super unique and representation from Spain, so something we don't have in the game yet, and decently beloved by the community. Not as much as the rest of the cast that I have mentioned today. So that's why I think he'll be either him or Bob will be one of the last revealed characters on the list. So that'll round out our roster at 28 characters. I believe that's the magic number of the launch. Obviously, this is all speculation. I do believe that only one of them will make it. But anyway, that's my assumption. These are the choices I've made and who I think will be in the game. Let me know who you guys think will fill out the rest of the roster, and I really look forward to a lot of footage when the closed network test comes out then. So that's all I got for now, guys. Take it easy and peace.